Well, because it's a really complicated drug and people really misunderstand it, and we've had years and years of misinformation being put out by pro-cannabis groups. And in lots of ways, it's very much like alcohol. You know, a little bit once in a while isn't particularly a problem. But as soon as you start to do anything too much, and cannabis is in that category, it starts to make some fundamental changes. And it's a drug that's very problematic for adolescent brain development. In many ways, even more than alcohol, because it binds to the endocannabinoid system, which is a system in the brain that interconnects all of the pieces. And it starts to disrupt the way those adolescent brains are developing. It does have, and I mean, we'll probably get some interesting comments if I say this, but it does have some addictive properties to it, both physically and emotionally. Physical addiction properties have to do with needing it to sleep and needing it to create an appetite.
What about controlling anxiety? Can I jump in there? Because
Yeah.
I hear that all the time. I need it to control my anxiety.
Well, THC, which is likely what they're talking about, which is the psychoactive chemical, if you have anxiety and you use that drug, whether you eat it or smoke it, for a little while you will feel less anxious, although some people actually get more anxious. But what it does is it reduces the availability of dopamine over time, which is a neurotransmitter that you need to be able to process thought adequately to manage anxiety. So while it may control it on the surface, it's actually making the problem worse over time. And you know, if you start asking those people questions, you know, well, are you using it more often to control your anxiety than you used to? And often, oh yeah. That's a really good sign that it's actually making that anxiety worse. And the same thing with depression. There's another cannabinoid called cannabidiol, which is CBD, which is not psychoactive, that seems to be, and the research is still sort of starting to flow out with this stuff, which is actually one of the really good spin-offs of it becoming legal. Is the research possibilities are much greater now, because it's easier to research something that's legal than something isn't legal. CBD seems to have much better anti-anxiety properties than THC does. So, you know, one of the things that I'm always trying to kind of pound into people's heads is, you know, is what you're thinking true? Is it really true? How are you feeling or acting because of how you're thinking? And how would you feel or act if you thought differently? So, you know, if you think something's helping you, you're going to keep doing it, whether it's really helping you or not.